What's going on, guys? Just recorded my other video. That's why obviously I'm still wearing the same clothes. But this one I just wanted to have ready, and I'm still dipping on Copenhagen Wintergreen, but I wanted to give you my review of Copenhagen Mint, and you can see that can was on sale, as was the Wintergreen that I bought. I love when they run them sales, man. $2.59 a can. I can't pass that up. With Copenhagen being expensive around here, it's actually one of the cheaper ones, but I mean, I could get Longhorn or Wolf, and it'd be really cheap, but who wants to dip that? Copenhagen and Grizzly are pretty close in price. And I just want to tell y'all, basically, my review of this is really quick. I like Cope Mint. A little rough on my gums now compared to like Cope Wintergreen or Cope Straight or Cope Long Cut. So Long Cut's basically my everyday dip when I can find it. That's what I buy. I really like the flavor of it. It's got the same flavor as snuff, which I like the flavor of, but in my last video I talked about I can't keep it in that pocket. It just goes everywhere. So that's why I got Long Cut. But Mint, easier on my gums than Grizzly is. Still pretty rough on the gums though. Got a great mint flavor. For whatever reason, a lot of Grizzly products that I try other than Wintergreen, even their mint, it actually kind of has an artificial flavor. It's like a strange, like chemically almost. I don't know why that is, but Copenhagen doesn't have that, and Cope Mint is probably in my top 5 dips of all time that I've tried anyway. I haven't tried very many, and most of what I've tried has all been Copenhagen. So I want to just basically, this is a review, but it's also I want to tell the story of how I got started dipping this. If you watched my other video, this was my everyday dip for 3 whole months this past year. And that's saying something for me, because I normally switch it up pretty often. I get burnt out on them pretty quick. And I had a summer job with Fish and Wildlife, working at a summer camp. If you're in Kentucky, you probably know what these camps are. Camp Earl Wallace, Camp Webb, I don't know what the name of it actually is. It's just Webb, I know that. And Camp Curry, which is the one I worked at. Camp Curry's located down on Kentucky Lake, and I had a blast working down there. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, we went on a kayaking trip at the beginning of the summer. It was like the second week of training, I believe, which we had 2 weeks of training and then 9 weeks of actual camp. And the second week of training, we went on this kayaking trip. And I knew a lot of the guys dipped. They did not know that I dipped, because I did not do it at the time, like whenever I had a chance. Now I do, but at the time, I just did it when I was bored or after I'd ate something and I was doing something outside or something like that. I didn't do it around my family at that point. So down there, we're on this kayaking trip, and there was a lot of us. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like 30 in this kayaking trip, and going down this stretch of river down there. And we get done eating lunch and we keep on. And what I'd been doing was staying in the back of the pack. I was fishing. I was the only one at the place that was fishing. Everybody else was just kayaking. So I'm in the back of the pack, and we ate lunch, and I was like, man, I want to dip. So I got my Grizzly Wintergreen, is what I had at the time. Got that out, put me a little pinch in. Now, one of the guys that dipped, a lot of them chewed, and a couple of them dipped. Actually, I think it was really just one of them that dipped. But he saw me dipping. He said, Jamie, what are you dipping on? I said, some Grizzly Wintergreen. He said, oh, that ain't no good, man. You gotta try some of this. And I said, no, I'm good, man. I got this. I'll finish this can. Well, I think it was the next day, or maybe one day the next week, that I was working on the fish dock, so I was down there at the fish dock, and we were getting stuff ready, and I see two of the other guys over on the boat dock, and it's Fanch, who's the one that dipped the Cope Mint. And I see him, and I was like, oh, there, let's go talk to them. We're done working over here. So we go over there, and we're talking to them, and they were smoking cigars, and he said, hey, you want a cigar? I said, no, I don't smoke. The guy that was, I don't smoke neither. And I said, I'll take a dip if you got it. He said, yeah, man, got a full can of Cope Mint right there on the bench. I said, all right, I'll try it. And tried it. And I hadn't really had a nicotine buzz, like a good nicotine buzz, since like December. And that was May at the time. So, that Grizzly Wintergreen, it still gave me a buzz because I didn't do it very often. But it just wasn't, it wasn't like the first time. And I took a big pinch of that Cope Mint. Like, I used 3 fingers, just hogged it right in there. And I'm, leaning up against a pole, got my arm up like that, leaning up against this pole on the dock, and I started kind of feeling like I was swaying back and forth. I was like, man, is this boat dock rocking? What the hell? And I realized it was just the nicotine buzz. I started trying to walk. I was like, dang, man, that stuff's strong. But it was so good. I don't know why necessarily it was that good, but for whatever reason, this stuff was just crazy good. And I was like, dude, that stuff's awesome. So the next day, I take the truck and I go pick me up a couple cans of it. And basically from that time on, I dipped Cope Mint the entire summer. About every day, if not every day. On the weekends, I'd come home and I would look for an excuse to go somewhere where I could dip. I'd go out fishing just so I could put a pinch in. There were Sundays most of the time I worked at my main job, which is Kroger. They blessed me with the opportunity to be able to go down there. They allowed me to basically get the whole summer off except Sundays. And even then they gave me a few Sundays just so I didn't have to drive back, which is like a 3-hour drive, maybe more. So, I'd go to work, be volunteering to go push carts out in the hot of the summer just so I could take a dip. And I just loved this stuff and literally did it every day for 3 months. Finally, at the end of it, I was like, man, I need to try some other flavor. And sent Fancy a Snapchat one day. I said, man, wintergreen sounded pretty good. He said, oh, get you some Cope wintergreen. It's pretty good. And I did. And I did that for a few weeks and went back to mint. And then in the middle of summer, I went to a family reunion, and that was the first time I dipped around my family. And one of them said, well, what kind of, literally his exact words are, what kind of pussy shit are you dipping? So I'm getting ready to throw him the can. I said, wait a minute, what are you dipping? He said, Copenhagen straight. And I said, I ain't never tried none of that. He said, well, what are you dipping? I tossed him my can, and he said, okay. And that piece of crap took a pinch out of my can. I said, you kidding me? You got 2 whole cans right there in your pocket, and you're going to take a pinch of mine. And, but yeah, I mean, it was literally every day for 3 months I tried this stuff, or I dipped this stuff, and really liked it. It was great. So, if I was going to pick a mint to do, I'd definitely pick Cope Mint over Grizzly Mint. I've never tried Kodiak Mint. We don't even have that in stores around here. I'd have to order it online, or tell the stores to ship it to the store and I'd buy. But, why do that when I could just dip Cope Mint? So, I'm sure eventually, I'll see it in the gas station somewhere. I'll pick up some Kodiak Mint or other things like that to do in videos. But, till then, definitely my top mint is Copenhagen Mint. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you're dipping on. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you subscribe and stay with us, and see what we got in store for this channel. Like I said in the last video, 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a full can of Copenhagen wintergreen. Have to find a good time to do it because can't really do it around family because I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up puking. Although I got a big mouth, I might be able to just, horseshoe it and get a whole can in. So we'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment what you're dipping on in the comments, and subscribe.